Hi Atlanta Dance Central! Today we're going to be walking you through how to do your stage makeup for performances. So we're starting off with a primer. This is not included in your art company makeup kit, so you're going to need to purchase one separately. Try to find one that suits your skin type. So if you have oily skin, one suited for that, or if you have really dry skin, one suited for that. Then we're moving on to some foundation. Now I know there's a powder foundation in your kit, but I recommend starting with some sort of cream or liquid foundation as well, just to really even out your skin tone. We're gonna start applying this with our beauty blender and bouncing it into the skin. Make sure that when you use your beauty blender that you're not rubbing or smearing the product, because that's not gonna help to really blend it in seamlessly. We wanna make sure that we're using bouncing motions. We also wanna make sure that we're always using our beauty blenders damp. So make sure that you run it under some water and squeeze it out, and then kind of repeat the process a few times and then use it. It should expand and grow and become nice and soft and bouncy. We're almost done with our foundation here. We want to make sure that we are blending our foundation down our neck, as well as maybe our ears too, depending on how close of a match it is to our skin tone, really making sure that everything looks nice and seamless and flawless. Next, we're going in with our concealer, and we're gonna apply this underneath the eyes to brighten up the area. And you could take it on the eyelids too as well if you have uneven eyelids, and then just any other problem areas that you have. If you have any blemishes or redness still shining through, go ahead and apply a little bit there, using our beauty blender to blend it out again. Then we're going in with our powder foundation, taking a brush to apply this, sweeping it across the skin, setting everything that we just did. This is a really important step. Do not skip this step. We also want to make sure that we're taking this product down the neck as well, just to make sure that everything is blended and nice and smooth. Then we are going in with a matte bronzer shade and taking a fluffy brush to blend this underneath the cheekbones and around the temples and all around the hairline as well. And we'll also go onto the nose a little bit with this, right under the bottom lip and along the jawline. This is just going to warm up our complexion a little bit and give our face a little bit of shape and some definition. We definitely want to make sure that we do not skip this step as well. It's really going to define our face and give it some dimension on stage. Then we're going in with our blush, again taking a fluffy brush to blend this onto the apples of the cheeks. My teacher in college always said that more blush is more. So if you feel like you're going a little heavy-handed with blush, you're probably not for stage. So if it looks a little crazy in real life, it'll look great on stage. Then I'm just taking the brush that I used to apply my powder and blending around the edges. Then we're going in with some highlighter just to brighten up the face. This step is optional. Here's another step I would not skip, some setting spray. Definitely gonna help your makeup last all through the shows, so don't skip that one. Same with this one. This is an eyeshadow primer. Again, it's really gonna help to make those eyeshadows be nice and vibrant and stay all day. I'm just blending this in with my finger, and then I'm gonna take my powder brush to set it. Then we're gonna go in with our bronzer shade and take a nice fluffy eyeshadow brush and start blending this into the crease. This is gonna give us a nice base for everything else to blend into, so that later on we don't have to do as much blending and it's gonna be a little easier for ourselves. So we're just using kind of windshield wiper motions and small circles to blend this into the crease. Then going in with the darkest eyeshadow shade from your kit, we're gonna take a little bit smaller of a blending brush and start working this in the outer corner of the eye, kind of making a straight line up from the lash line to the eyebrow. We're using much smaller movements with our brush here, mostly just back and forth, less circles here. You can see that I'm trying to make almost a V shape on the outer corner of the eye here, and then blending it in towards the middle of the lid. Then I'm going back in with that bronzer shade and my fluffy brush and kind of smoothing out over the edges to blend everything in. You don't want to use much product here because we're not trying to add product, we're just trying to blend. So just a little bit of product will go a long way. Then we're taking that darkest shade again on a really small little eyeshadow brush and blending that underneath the eye to use as our eyeliner. This is going to give us a little bit softer of a look instead of using an actual eyeliner here, and kind of make the whole look more cohesive. Then again, using that fluffy brush and blending that bronzer shade underneath the eye to blend everything out. Then we're taking the cream shade on an eyeshadow brush and sweeping that underneath the eyebrow to blend everything again, and then going in with the shimmery champagne shade and blending that on the eyelid and the inner corner to brighten everything up. Then we're going in with our eyeliner, and to apply this on someone else, you're going to have them close their eyes, and then you're going to pull up on their eyebrow just to make lots of space on their eyelid, and then just kind of draw it along their lash line. This doesn't need to be super thick or dramatic wing or anything like that. We just need to have this here so that we can put on our eyelashes later and it will look pretty seamless. Then we're going in with an eyebrow pencil. This is another step that I would not skip, especially if you have lighter hair or sparse eyebrows. We definitely want to make sure that we're doing this step. So any eyebrow pencil that matches your hair color, and then we're just going to start by drawing in the eyebrows. I like to go underneath first with small little motions to kind of mimic hairs. We don't want to do like one solid line. That's going to look really fake and dramatic, so we want little hair-like strokes. And then I just kind of fill in the middle, and then I'll do the top as well. So it's starting from the bottom and then working our way into through the middle of the brow and then defining the top. Then if you have thicker eyebrows or don't need much filling in, you could just skip to this step. So this is an eyebrow gel with lots of color, and that's gonna fill those in and make sure that the brows stay in place all day. Then we're going in with mascara. Again, if you're applying this on someone else, have them look down, but this time keep their eyes open and then pull up on their eyebrow again. It's gonna make it a lot easier to apply on someone else. Then applying on the bottom as well, have them look up for this one. Then it's time for our false lashes. Do not skip these either. These are very important. We're taking some Duo Lash Glue. This is my favorite. I like the one with the brush. It's a lot easier to apply, so then it doesn't kind of go everywhere when you're trying to apply it to the lash band. Less glue is more in this case. We don't want much. You also want to probably let them dry for around 20 seconds before you try to apply them. Otherwise, they're just going to slide everywhere. You want to make sure that glue is nice and tacky before going in. And then we're going to just place it down in the middle. I like to grab in the middle of the lash and place that on the middle of the eye. Then pull the outer corner and then pull the inner corner, and then just kind of make sure everything's on there. Then we're going in with our lip liner. Here we just want to make sure that we really get a nice crisp line around the edges of the lips so that it's easier to apply our lipstick. If you're having a hard time getting a lot of product payoff with your lip liner, you can take the product and kind of just rub it on the back of your hand to get that product warmed up a little bit. I find that especially with a lip pencil like this one, it's a little bit drier, so you have to do that to kind of get the product to really show up. Next is lipstick. If you're applying this on someone else, I recommend using a lip brush. It makes it a lot easier to control where the product is going, but you can just apply it straight from the tube as well, whatever is easiest for you. And last is our lip gloss. And we're just gonna apply this right over that lipstick. And that is our very last step.